Well, good morning, B-Jams. Today's a special day for veterans all over the world, and we're really happy that you could be here to help us celebrate. Veterans Day has been around for a long time. We've got a special thing going on today. We have a speech about Veterans Day, give you a little background on it, and then also we're going to retire one of the school's flags. It served us day in and day out for 5 years, and it's time to retire the flag, and we have a special ceremony for that. There's lots of different ways that you can show honor and reverence to a flag when you retire it. But to get things kicked off and to celebrate Veterans Day, I'd like to invite Emily Nordenson. Emily?
On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the fighting of World War I ended in 1918. Due to the conclusion of the war to end all wars, November 11th became universally recognized a day of celebration. The day was originally declared Armistice Day, 8 years after the end of World War I, and honored only veterans of that war. Then, in 1954, after World War II, in the Korean War, it was renamed Veterans Day to honor all veterans who served in America and American War and defended democracy. Today, we honor all of our veterans who unselfishly placed their lives on the line for our freedom. Those men and women were ordinary people until they heard the call of duties and answered it. They left their families, their homes, and their lives, not for recognition or fame or even the honor we bestow upon them today. They fought to protect our country, to maintain our way of life. As we honor our veterans and remember their great deeds, let us also salute those who are currently fighting for our freedom. The war on terrorism has helped us realize how truly unique the American way of life is. The freedom we enjoy is extremely special, and that is why we must defend it. So now is the time to not only honor those who have fought or are fighting for our freedom, it is also the time for each of us to take part in protecting it. The defense of freedom is not just for those in the military. Each of us shares the duty and that responsibility. We don't have to join the Army or the Navy or any other organization of defense to actively defend our way of life. We can protect our freedom by simply maintaining it here in America. If we want to preserve our freedom, we must put them into action. For example, by voting in elections or speaking out against injustices. We must also ensure that everyone feels the benefits of freedom. And we can do that by volunteering in our communities or teaching our children what it really means to be an American. Veterans Day isn't just a day for veterans. It's a day for all Americans. It's a day to remember why we were fighting, and a day for all of us to begin our journey of protecting our freedom and the freedom of many future generations. Thank you for honoring our veterans today. Let us walk towards tomorrow still honoring them by living in the freedom they protected.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is, one of the traditions for retiring a flag is, what we do is we cut it into 4 pieces. We don't cut the canton of blue. So we'll cut a long piece this way, then a long piece this way, and then we feed it carefully into the fire. After all of the flag is consumed, we bury it like we did the last flag 5 years ago, right by our flagpole, so the spirit of it continues to serve our school well. And Mr. Ashton dug a fine hole for us to put the ashes in afterwards, and that'll conclude it and stuff. So anyways, thought I'd give you a little information, and now why don't you guys go ahead and start with the cutting process. Try not to let any of the flag touch the ground.
Okay. The U.S. flag is more than just some bright colored cloth. It is a symbol of our nation.
Seven red stripes and 6 whites. Together they represent the original 13 colonies that gave us liberty.
The red stripes remind us of the lifeblood of brave men and women who were ready to die for this, their country.
The white stripes remind us of purity and cleanliness of purpose, thought, word, and deed.
The blue is for truth and justice, like the internal blue of the star-filled heavens.
The stars represent the 50 sovereign states of our union.
The U.S. flag should be treated with respect when it's flying and when it's retired.
The American Creed states, "It is my duty to my country to love it, to respect the Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies."
Therefore, we retire flags with dignity and respect when they become torn, worn, faded, or badly spoiled.